Here's Otto.
Wow. Hello.
Hi.
This is exciting. I'd just like to preface this by saying that the order of my jokes is written on my hand. Don't judge me, please. It wasn't even a joke. Wow, that's so fun. So, some of you may know, some of my opponents have chosen the campaign slogan, "Make Vernon Hills Great Again." And that's interesting because the first thing I thought was, when was Vernon Hills ever great? The greatest thing about Vernon Hills is that we're not Mundelein. My campaign slogan should have been, "Get Vernon Hills a restaurant that isn't a fast food chain." Because that's really the path to greatness, or at least mediocrity. Some of you may know me. My name is Otto. My name on social media is Swole Otto. Before I continue this joke, I was asked to explain what the word swole means to the audience. So I found a definition on Urban Dictionary. Swole, a paragon of hypermasculinity manifesting in the physical and attitudinal embodiment of strength, occupying space with intimidating quantity and developing rippling musculature through rigorous, disciplined exercise. So that's me. So back to my point. I was afraid to be Swole Otto because I don't want like bros to come up to me at college campuses and be like, "Yo, bro, is that Swole Otto? Yo, hit me up if you need some pre-workout or creatine or like a barbell, bro. I got you." And then they dab and say something about my white Vans and then walk away. That joke was for all the lacrosse players in the audience. I'm majoring in computer science, which was a mistake, because I'm basically replacing any female interaction for the next 4 years with elderly women asking me to fix their fax machines. The other day I had a 3-hour conversation with my grandmother describing that you don't have to be in an airplane to use the cloud. And that Snapchat is not a reference to the opening of West Side Story. And that Spotify, contrary to popular belief, does not add polka dots to all of your pictures. But I didn't have to explain what Tinder was. Which is weird. One of my favorite jokes to just say in my daily life is that people wearing camouflage don't exist. Which is why I recognize the official population of Alabama as 14. Roll Tide. The other week was International Siblings Day for like the 4th time this year. To celebrate, I sat in my room and cried about not being an only child anymore. I have 2 siblings, 12 and 7. Those are their names. They're actually 6 and 3 years old. And my goal for them is to explain to like show them every like pop culture fad that's going on right now. And so my brother says, "Suh, dude," regularly, and my sister just did the whip for show and tell. Which was a really fun note to get home. I've heard just around, that when you're running from an alligator, you're supposed to run at right angles, which I'm like 90% sure is alligator propaganda. And there's like a world star for alligators, and it's just videos of people running away in right angles and then being eaten. And all the titles are like, "Idiot human walks in shape of rhombus, gets chomped." And then like the crying laughing emoji and the fire emoji and the 100 like 8 times. Like honestly, I'm okay with that because alligators deserve some sort of reward for having to live in Florida. I've been going through a Black Eyed Peas phase recently. If you want to know what that's like, try losing all your friends because you keep telling them they're so 3,000 and late. My friends, they're kind of snobby about music. They keep telling me they're disappointed in me for listening to the Black Eyed Peas, I guess. And if you want to know what being disappointed in me is like, ask my parents. That was a joke. They like me a lot, I think. I'm also a big Kanye West fan. Yeah! All right, sweet. If you're wondering why, so is my grandmother. He's so obnoxious. And did you see with the Kardashian woman with the fake butt and the naming the children after the compass directions? I don't get it. I'm like, yeah, Grandma, but I really like his music. Did you see what he did on that Taylor Swift in the middle of a speech on the MTV program? Like, yeah, Grandma, that was 7 years ago. First, these rap gangsters come in here and they corrupt my grandchildren with their hood rat garbage and guns and violence, and then they insult my country music. I swear to God, this country's headed straight down the dumps. I'm like, honestly, I'm torn between accepting that my grandmother is a racist and accepting that she actually likes country music. I'm almost out of time. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about my plans for the future doing stand-up. There's a popular venue I'd like to perform at someday. It's in Chicago. It's called the Laugh Factory. Not to be confused with the Laugh Sweatshop, which is in Beijing. Which is where hundreds of children are forced to laugh mercilessly for hours on end in a crude recreation of the ending of Monsters, Inc. Kind of like what's happening right now. Thank you guys so much.